Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
So what we do with the images, and it's not just me now, it's several of us, photographers and filmmakers, we put everything on the We Animals archive. I think it's the best thing we've ever done.
Supreme Master Ching Hai applaud and present Joanne MacArthur with the Shining World Compassionate Photographer Award with a loving contribution of $10,000 as a supportive gift for her noble work and God's immense love.
Telling We Animal Stories, interview with Joanne MacArthur, vegan, part 2 of 4. Continue watching to find out more.
Salam, that means hello in Karakalpak. I am Ayla. The Kayan people of the Republic of Karakalpakistan thank Allah for blessing all beings on earth each and every day. Welcome to part 2 of this 4-part series entitled Telling We Animal Stories. Interview with Joanne MacArthur, vegan. Joanne MacArthur is an award-winning photojournalist, humane educator, animal rights activist, and author, as well as the founder and director of the We Animals project. Today, we continue our interview with the incredible Joanne MacArthur as she shares her inspiring journey.
With We Animals, I saw that there was a need to photograph these animals that I call specifically the invisible animals. Not so much pets, companion animals we see everywhere and we share our lives with them. We're comfortable seeing them. And then there is the wildlife who are also experiencing major problems with all the killing that we're doing, but still we are comfortable looking at elephants on the cover of National Geographic and anywhere that they are displayed. Now, and then there's that whole other category, the invisible animals, who we have a very close relationship with, and yet we fail to see them in our lives. We think of them as ribs or wings instead of the animals that they are, or we think of them as fur trim instead of a fox or a mink, and so on, right? And these animals are completely invisible, and we use and abuse them worldwide every single day. And they aren't represented anywhere. They're invisible. We don't see them in the media. And so that became my mission, was to illuminate the lives of these animals. When people are confronted with animal cruelty, often they become defensive because they're taking part in it. And so to ask someone to reflect on animal cruelty is to ask them to reflect on their own behaviors and their own complicity in that cruelty. And not everyone is ready to do that or willing to do that. And so creating visuals and showing the world how we treat animals is one thing, but I think it's a very exciting time to be involved in animal rights because law is changing things and plant-based cuisine is creating change, and art and journalism, and there's just a million things that we are doing now to change the world. So again, yeah, photojournalism is one piece of the puzzle. The camera is a tool, taking pictures, providing images that the world uses. Campaigns, from grassroots campaigning to policy makers and politicians, they're all using my images to raise awareness and further their message.
In 2013, Joanne MacArthur published her first book, We Animals, which was followed in 2017 by her second book entitled Captive. She has been awarded a range of commendations for her photography and activism, including the 2018 Wildlife Photographer of the Year People's Choice Award.
For me, it was important to make a book specifically of this animal work, to give it historical weight and significance, and not just to put the work out on social media because it just comes and goes very quickly. Even in larger media outlets, the work just comes and goes. The work is historical. It's about what is and what should never again be, really. Especially all these industries we keep animals in. And so I made the We Animals book. That was the first book. And I called it We Animals because we are all animals. We forget that, don't we? As humans, we see us as people, and then there's all the rest. But we are all animals, and we are all sentient and deserving of, autonomy and respect and care. And so from there, my second book is called Captive. And that is a book that I made in order to contribute to the conversation about the ethics of captivity worldwide. And that has become a very hot topic. All of a sudden, everyone was talking about the ethics of captivity and the cull, as they call it, of Marius, the giraffe in Copenhagen. And captivity is something that I think maybe, can end in my lifetime when it comes to these animals we keep in zoos and aquaria, circuses, rodeos, bullfights, all of that kind of entertainment that needs to end. And so that's why I made a book specifically about that.
Bravo, Joanne, for all your work to give the animals the freedom that is their birthright. We'll take a few moments for a brief message and return soon, here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to Telling We Animal Stories, interview with Joanne MacArthur, vegan, part 2 of 4, as we hear more about the important messages conveyed in Joanne MacArthur's books Captive and We Animals.
Hi, my name is Joanne MacArthur. I'm a photojournalist and I'm the founder of the We Animals Project. I've been working on a new book for a long time now, and I'm glad to report that I can finally tell the world about it. The book is called Captive. I've been photographing animals in captivity, specifically in zoos and aquaria, for over a decade now. Recently, I've joined forces with the Born Free Foundation to document zoos across Europe. I've spent months on the road, and the work is done, and I have a huge body of work, looking at what it's like to be an animal in a zoo. To date, I've photographed animals in probably 25 countries around the world. First and foremost, this book is a contribution to the conversations happening about zoo and zoo reform. In recent years, the conversation about zoos has moved to the mainstream. With the help of documentary films, and with events such as the tragic death of Harambe the gorilla, the need for improvements, changes, and closures is undeniable. This book bears witness to the lives of animals in captivity. I think it's an exciting conversation because these institutes that, like the Toronto Zoo, for example, this can be a place that is reformed into a wildlife center for local wildlife who need rehabilitation and that kind of thing, and actual compassionate conservation, not just having animals on display. And And there are leaders in the zoo world who are reforming zoos to become sanctuaries and wildlife centers. So there's a lot going on there, and I wanted to contribute to that. With We Animals, I wanted to cover a lot of ground, a lot of different kinds of animal uses. So we look at animals who are raised for food, to become food for us, and animals used in experimentation, animals in entertainment, and also we show the happier stories of rescue and redemption and the good work that we're doing. So the We Animals book was all-encompassing in terms of these invisible animals. And Captive was a lot more specific. I'll do other books as well. I want to do a book that focuses on solutions and all the amazing solutionaries. I love that term. Working on behalf of animals, doing good work, whether it's lawyering or, sciencing or being an artist, all those great things that people are doing. Yeah.
Joanne has teamed up with fellow photographers and filmmakers to make their images and videos free for the public via the We Animals archive.
So what we do with the images, and it's not just me now, it's several of us, photographers and filmmakers, we put everything on the We Animals archive. I think it's the best thing we've ever done. There are about 12,000 video clips and photos of all sorts of industries in almost over 60 countries now, of our use and abuse and sharing of space with animals. And the images are searchable by keyword, and you can type in Spain, hens, or Antarctic, and get images that you literally just click on and request. And you get the high-res images for free. So that's why we're seeing these images on billboard campaigns and grassroots campaigns and in books, and yeah. And again, it's free, so it's a funny business model, isn't it? Work hard, spend a lot of money, and give everything away for free, but we're able to do it because people donate to We Animals and to the archive. They don't have to, but they're encouraged to donate in exchange for images. And because we have a lot of monthly donors now, we're able to essentially work for free. And that took a while. That definitely took some time to build. I had to build a reputation, and people had to feel that they could trust me to continue with this work and that I would do a good job. So it was a slow building of a foundation, and now it's a media agency, and yeah, it's good.
What an exciting project! With gratitude and hope in our hearts, we look forward to hearing more about Joanne MacArthur and her amazing life-saving work.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, applaud and present Joanne MacArthur with the Shining World Compassionate Photographer Award with a loving contribution of $10,000 as a supportive gift for her noble work and God's immense love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is deeply grateful to the beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy, and/or any good cause over the years, as a humble vessel for hers, neutral term for his or hers, compassion and love toward his precious children.
For more information on We Animals Media, please visit weanimalsmedia.org. Loving viewers, it's been a pleasure to have you with us today. Join us again on Friday, May 29, for part 3 of Telling We Animals Stories, interview with Joanne MacArthur, vegan. Coming up next is Patrick Ferlotti, Making a Difference for the Human Family, right after noteworthy news, here on Supreme Master Television. May all of God's creatures be immersed in heaven's blessings.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/AJAR.